Modéani. Modéani pretty much is Hebrew. It's a prayer that I say every morning, and we'll just keep it short. Modéani. I offer thanks to you, living and eternal King, for you have restored my soul within me. My faithfulness is great. And this is something that I learned when I was religious. I do still practice some of these things. You know, religion is more of choosing Christian, Catholic, Mormon, Pentecostal. I became spiritual, but I still practice some of these things. So I love to wake up in the morning, first thing, bringing our mind captive, right? Even while we're asleep, we always have all these thoughts. And today I'm going to be talking about suicidal thoughts and how I battled with those. So if you've ever had suicidal thoughts or feeling like you don't want to be here, you have no purpose here, go ahead and hit pause, grab your pen and paper, get you something to drink, roll you a joint, you know, grab you some tea. I got my coffee this morning. Guys, I'm so bummed. There's like a crack in my cup. You see right here? It's like leaking, but it's a slow leak. So yeah, go ahead and hit pause. I'm about to deliver you a very powerful message on how I cope with suicide, using my gratitude journal, scripting, morning routine, crystal healing. Also, I'm going to throw in some candle work and what we can be doing on days of the week. Every day of the week, a different candle to set a different intent. So if you have never been here before and you're interested in this kind of stuff, please hit like and subscribe. But yeah, go grab your pen and paper and we'll get right into the message. Okay. So welcome back. So suicidal thoughts. A lot of light workers, starseeds especially, we deal with these suicidal thoughts, and there's ways to battle it. We do have a defense. It is dark and negative, so this is going to require some shadow work. Okay, so this is just what I do, and it may help you. If it does, please comment down below. If it doesn't help you, then that just means that there's something out there greater. God, you guys, you know, in the morning, you know what's amazing? I'm sorry, it's totally off subject, but I've really begun to just notice the birds more and hear their chirping, and it's just beautiful. That's something new. I'm gonna have to write that down. So anywho, and this is some stuff that just made me feel, you know, this stuff is just all about a feeling and how it makes you feel. So you have to think about some things for you. All right. So first thing in the morning, I do my Modéani, which we did before. And this is just to bring my mind captive. Already when I wake up, oh my God, I got to go get the kids. I got dinner, you know, work and this and then that. There's so many things that can be in our minds, even while we sleep. Some of us can't even sleep good because our minds are just clicking, right? So when I wake up, I have to do that, especially if I've had suicidal thoughts, or the day before if I had a really dark day and I just don't want to be here in the morning. I have to constantly remind myself who I am. And some of us, we don't have people to encourage us. Like I didn't have any friends. I still really don't. You guys are the only friends that I have, and I love you guys so much. But so I had to constantly speak to myself in the mirror at my vanity, where I am now, and speak these things into myself. So I have 7 questions here, and you can make up your own questions, but I would sit down and think, okay, so what am I thankful for today? And sometimes I really didn't have any reason to be thankful. I really had to dig deep. One thing that I'm thankful for, and sometimes I wasn't even thankful that I woke up. You know, it's like, damn, I popped all them damn pills and I'm still here. I mean, honestly, you know, it's just like, I knew I had a purpose. There's just, I couldn't die, you know, no matter how many times I tried, no matter what I did, it was just, I knew I had a purpose. So I had to sit down and think about what I am thankful for. And the only thing I could be thankful for was my children. I would think about, that was the one thing. I love my children, whether they're with me or not, or whatever the situation was. I had to be focused and be thankful for that thing. The beautiful gift of birth, that I was able to create these little beautiful little beings for my body. So that was the first thing that I would just be thankful for, because I wasn't even thankful for my life. I wasn't thankful to wake up and be happy in the morning, just being honest. So what helps you relax? I had to smoke a joint. I loved to smoke me some bud back then. I was like, weed, you know, weed helps me relax. So I would wake up and I do my morning wake and bake. Oh man, I used to know to wake up early and get high in the morning. That was my thing. You know, you do what works for you wherever you're at. Now I like to wake up, you know, and get my crystals and burn my sage and pray and get into my gratitude journal and script. And sometimes when you really don't have anything to write in here, you have to write those things that are not as if they were. So if you don't have anything to be thankful for, like you can't think of one thing, because sometimes you can't, just say, I'm thankful that I'm going to have a new job, or whatever it is that's bothering you. Okay. So what are you most grateful for in life right now, in life in general? One thing that's happened. Okay. And then number 4, what is the favorite part of your morning routine? So you have to think about, sometimes we don't want to get up the next day. Sometimes when you're depressed and you're suicide and you have suicidal thoughts and you're really down, you don't even want to wake up. You don't even want to get up. So you have to think of something that makes you happy, to give you a drive to want to get up out of bed, to make you want to get up and go. Because we don't want to. Sometimes we just do it for money and get up and go to work. And it's really unsatisfying to our souls. So you want to take time out in the morning just for you, whether it's to pray, whether you enjoy that morning cup of coffee, tea, morning workout. I like to run in the morning sometimes. Spending time with my dog, my children, cards, painting. What is something that really gives you joy that you could do in the morning, that you could wake up and say, oh, this is what I can wake up and do this. Set aside time early in the morning for you. And what goal are you thankful for completing? Is there anything that you did? I mean, insignificant. If you did your laundry, folded it and put it up and you felt that make you feel good. If you bathed your dog, if you stayed clean and sober, you know, that one day you didn't need a hit. You didn't need a bump. You didn't snort a line. You didn't do that today. You drank water today. Any little goal that you can set and that you have completed, any minor thing. It could be anything minor, like, oh, well, today my husband said something off the wall and I wanted to cuss his ass out, but I didn't. I just smiled and walked away. I do that a lot. Like, you know, I'm not going to say nothing. Okay, honey. Okay, I love you. So something significant is that. And then what about the day brings you happiness? Even if it's just the birds or the sun or the trees, or, you know, back then it was just weed. All my answers were weed. I loved weed. Everything. What's the favorite part of your morning routine? Smoking weed. What goal are you thankful for? Got me a sack. You know, that's where I was. And then the 7th and last one was, what is hurting me right now? What is hindering me? So I don't want you to write that down. I just want you to think about it. And then you have to speak protection. And I want you to write down, you know, maybe if there's a generational curse of addiction, you're going to write down, I thank you, even in the midst of your addiction, even in the midst of this codependency, even in the midst of this bad relationship, even in the midst of you being in the shelter and you're homeless and don't have nowhere to go. Oh, I just want to cry. Even in the midst of your children being away from you, even in the midst of this court problems, even in the midst of all of these things that make us no longer want to be here anymore, even in the midst of that grievance of missing a loved one and loss of a child, loss of your lover, just in the midst of anything that can be hurting you or any curses that you feel that is on you, you want to be thankful for it. And I know that sounds crazy, but you want to thank the universe for this hard time, because some type of way this is going to work out for your good. Okay. And then there are some things you want to protect yourself. So you've kind of done a little shadow work this morning. You cry a little bit. You kind of get it out and think about what's hurting me right now. And then you want to speak that protection and you want to write it down. And this is my scripting journal. I'm a very powerful manifester. And so you're able to speak that as if not. So even if you're on drugs right now, or even if you're in bad this relationship, you want to be thankful. I thank you that I will be in a relationship where my lover doesn't hurt me and talk bad on me. And you have to really think about how you want to change that. And you want to be careful what you write in here, because once you write it down, it's done. You'd want to be careful. You don't want to come into this with any anger, because whatever you send out will come back. So if you write down hateful things, oh, I want you to do dead, then you have to think about your family and people writing, you start dropping, you know. So you want to be careful with that. So then I have my crystals, okay, out. And I have the green prehenite, and this is for my self-esteem, also for my heart chakra. I have the blue, sorry, blue apatite. I'm gonna let y'all read that because I don't want to, you know, my Spanglish, English. So I have that, and then I just wanted to bring out this clear quartz universal crystal used to set any intent. So I would just, you know, get my crystals, place them on my heart, you know, the heart chakra, giving myself some love, telling myself, Karina, you are good enough. You do have purpose. And I love you. If nobody else don't love you. I mean, sometimes there is nobody else, and we seek these things from other people. We want to be appreciated. We want to be accepted. And then when we speak out, oh, I just feel like killing myself. That's really a cry for help. Like, I just want somebody to care. But baby, at the end of the day, I just had to be honest. I didn't have nobody but me and my spirit. So I sat down, and I know that the spirit is real. And I do believe that this can help you. So then I grabbed my jewelry. Okay, I got my jewelry. And I done got myself cleansed up. I done did my little shadow work. Got all that out. I know what's going on. So now I'm going to pray. And I got my jewelry out. Okay, so I have my bracelet, which I set the intent for protection. Just to keep me calm, bridle my tongue because I pop at the mouth, to keep me sober and clean and make good decisions, to be a great mother. You know, I speak all this stuff over my jewelry, and I prayed over it, and I'll show you how I blew things into it, okay? And I'm going to leave my watch down for that. I got my rings that I wear daily, and I keep them all together in my box with my crystals. You know, these things are sacred. They do have my energies. I wear them every day. I love them, my pendulum. And my little star seed. Okay, so I have my crystals and everything is out. And how far are we? Okay, we're already 10 minutes in. So now I want to get into candle prayers. And this is kind of, we are magical beings. I don't want to scare anybody with magic. So I do believe in the power of magic. It all is about what you look at as magic. No, I'm not about to make no rabbit pop out of no hat and make things move out of thin air. But if you believe, when I see birth, I believe that that's magical. When I see a birth, you know, giving birth to my children, that's magic. You know, how do you make something this big come out of a hole? You know, this big, super tiny little hole. But yeah, so, beautiful, magical thing. So it's all about where your mind is. And if you believe that this is if you believe that you are protected, you are. So I have the power of candles. Okay. So I wanted to bring this to you. So we're going to be doing a little bit of candle work, and then how I actually blow into my crystals, blow into my jewelry, blow into my journal every morning and set the intent, and it's done. And then I can go on about my day. So pretty much, the eternal flame has played a huge role in human spirituality since man first discovered fire. The origin of candle use for spiritual intention, there's a misconception that candle burning is negative or evil or dark or witchcraft. But the reality is that candle burning is a part of virtually every spiritual denomination. You know, when we would enter into the Sabbath, we would light the Sabbath lights. And then when we would light the menorah, we light the, you know, candle each day. And, you know, so my mama used to burn candles and stuff, you know, and put money around oils and stuff. You know, my mama from Louisiana. So she, yeah, what I'm going to say? South New Iberia. Okay. So yeah, that's that Creole stuff. And then there are certain days best in the week for certain candle prayers. Okay. So we'll real briefly go through the days of the week. So Sunday is the day of the sun. Okay. And it's ruled by the sun. And the intent to set is banishment of negative energies, attracting healing energies. Yellow, orange, or white candles can be burned on this day. And you want to dress your candle with like lavender oil or sage oil. Or if you don't have any oil, then we have the regular sage that we're going to be burning here in a minute to blow the intent into our items. Monday is the moon, is for the divine feminine spirit. It's ruled by the moon, and it's a great day to set the intent to clear up any communication focused on relationships, reconciliation. The color of the candles to burn that day would be white, gray. Okay, the colors of the moon. And you can use yin yang oil or lavender oil. And I've been just pretty much using lavender oil on everything. I've been using lavender oil. So Tuesday is ruled by Mars, the Roman god of war day. So this is the day we get to go into battle for our courage. Okay, we want to set the intent for our loved ones coming home, or if they're missing, any personal struggles, any physical challenges, any, you can burn any candle that is the shade of red for our courage, for our fire. Okay, and you can use ginger oil or clove oil. Wednesday is ruled by Mercury, the messenger, the Roman god of communication, mythology, focused on business and the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom, and pulling on that inner wisdom. And the candles to burn that day would be, the color would be yellow, purple, and gray. You can use frankincense or patchouli oil, and I personally love frankincense and myrrh. And I use a lot of myrrh as well. So Thursdays are ruled by Jupiter, and that's a good day to attract luck or wealth. Also to attract healing energies, and a great day for farmers to set the intent for healthy crops. Or if you have a garden and you grow things or plants, or, you know, for me, I also associate that with my animals. Praying over my animals and my children. Friday, which is today, happy Friday, is ruled by Venus, the Roman goddess of love and sex. Okay, and you want to speak affirmations regarding your love life and your heart, and addressing any intimacy issues. And you want to use a pink candle and yin yang oil. And I don't have any yin yang oil, so I'm going to go ahead and just dress it a little bit with my lavender oil. And Saturday is ruled by Saturn, and then a day for major change. And this is actually in Judeo-Christianity, Saturday is the Sabbath, which is the 7th day of the week, things being complete. So this would be a great day to pursue your psychic wisdom, spiritual communication. The candles we burn on this day are gray, black, blue, or purple, and you can use sandalwood or frankincense for that. Also, we have the 4 major cycles of the moon. So I've already gone over that with you. And so when you're looking, that's why I want to explain to you what the moon is and what's going on in that day. We have the waxing moon, the waning phase, the new moon, and then the full moon. Okay. And then while this is going on, you want to know what's going on with the moon, because certain times when the moon is full, on a full moon, and depending on the day of the week, that vibration is going to be even higher. Okay, so if you notice, I wear my Guadalupe every day, and I bought this pink candle because it's Friday, and we've got the green prehenite. We've got our journal. We're scripting our stuff in here, and all this is to pretty much show our love. I've got my lavender oil, which I've already dressed, you know, my candle in. So if you don't know who the Guadalupe is, I'll explain real briefly. And this is the prayer of the roses by, you know, for the Virgin Mary Guadalupe. Merciful Virgin Mary, show love and compassion to those who love you and search for your protection. May the sweet fragrance of roses reach your divine Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, that they may hear prayers and wipe our tears and give us comfort and assistance. So I just want to send that out to you. Whatever you're going through, may you be comforted. You know, I almost cried because I know every day I think about y'all's pain. I think about where I was. I don't normally just feel that way anymore because these are the things that I do. And I've been manifesting joy. I had to, first of all, I had to want to wake up every day. And that was really hard. You know, after going through what I went through, please check out the video. I didn't want to post. I didn't even want to wake up anymore. I had no reason to live anymore, to me. But I have to realize that without my children, without my mother, without anybody around, I have to live for source, and I'm beautiful. And sometimes there's nobody around to tell us these things, and we need to tell ourselves these things. And so this really made me feel protected. So I'll go ahead and light the candle, and we're going to speak these things. And whatever you have, please tell me I did not forget the lighter. Okay, sorry, I always forget the lighter. I don't know why. So I'm going to light the candle. Okay. And so I've already wrote down what I'm thankful for, what helps me to relax, what are you most grateful for in life, What is your favorite part of the morning routine? And these are just some ideas. Sometimes I have different ideas. These are just some plain ideas that you can put out there. And what goal are you thankful for completing? Or if you haven't set any goals, you could call it like, say you really want a new job. Just say, I'm thankful for my new job. I'm very thankful for my new job. We have to call those things that are not as if they are. If you're very lonely and you want to call on your soulmate every day, I am thankful for my soulmate. I am thankful that you're bringing them into it. If you need patience because you don't want to wait, I'm thankful for patience. I need you know, and then all the way down to the 7th. I like to do 7 because 7 is that number of completion. Okay. And then, so I have everything written down and I have my crystals. So I'm going to go ahead and light my sage and I'm just going to blow into it. You don't have to use sage. You can use whatever. You can just use your breath. You can just speak into it. You can decide your own what you really want to do. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. Some people just put their crystals, but I like to have all these things out. You know, and I've already blown into this, but if I can get it lit good. This stuff is like really... I don't know. I'm just saying, guys, don't buy sage from Walmart. I have some coming from Amazon, but just don't buy it from Walmart. So I'm going to light my sage. And I like to get a good little light somewhere, hopefully. Okay. So now I'm closing the book and I'm going to blow. Oh, man, it's not working. And stuff falls everywhere. Get a little messy. There we go, baby. And I just blow into it. Something about my breath, it's not working for y'all on this camera because it's just, I don't know, maybe I have an addiction to burning these things. But hey, this is good. Good vibes, right? Blow into my jewelry, blow into my crystals. I set the intent, you know, to take any hurt out of my heart. Blow into my candle. Again. And then my pen. Whatever I write with this pen will manifest. Okay, so that's just something that I do. I don't know. It was one day I was just doing it. And I was blowing it. And when I blew on it, it just felt very powerful. I could feel my energy going into my script, going into my candle that I burned for that day. Today is Friday, so I'm burning this pink candle for love, myself, my family. I've got my blue stones around it, kind of like a little altar. You know, I'm focusing on my heart today. I've got the clear quartz to set any intent, any addiction, any generational curses. This is that one I can set any intent that I want to. If I'm a little sad today, if I need more energy, however you're feeling that day, you can just get a clear quartz and set it for that stone. You don't have to have all the stones like me. Or you can start getting the stones. There's stones for energy, to help you with energy, focus. The blue one right here for communication. I do that a lot because I have to communicate a lot with people. And sometimes I'm misunderstood because of my Spanglish. And so, you know, and then sit there, I just talk into the mirror and tell myself, Karina, you are beautiful. You are wise. You are strong, and you're going to get through this. And I love you. I love you. And you're not dead yet. He's not done with you until he takes you to the divine source, until the ultimate ascension, until you have completed what you have been said to complete. So that's pretty much all for my video today. Please comment down below if any of this helped you, or maybe I can inspire you to start doing things that will aid you in your battle with suicidal thoughts and negative thinking. Okay, and just a morning routine to kind of get yourself cleansed first before you put on your bubble of protection. I got this on. Once I put my gear on, I'm good. I'm protected. I set the intent. I done wrote my stuff down for the day, scripted, set it out, and I'm ready to go on my day and get things done. So I'm probably going to do a couple readings because I did handle some stuff this morning and bathe my dog. that's one of the things I have to do today. I'm thankful today that I get to pay my dog. Yay. I love my baby. Alrighty, thank you so much. And I just pray for all of your souls. If any of you are warned with suicide and depression right now, please try this for yourself. Start scripted. Manifest. Believe in yourself. Speak to yourself. Ain't nobody else gonna do it. You can't sit around and wait for somebody to care, because people don't. A lot of people don't. Okay? And they don't understand. Nobody can understand what you're going through, but you and your spirit understands. Okay? So we can't look for people to understand and, oh, I want to, and you want to lean, because you can get everything that you need from Source. Source will give you love. And then all of a sudden you'll notice you'll just start waking up. Maybe you don't even need to smoke in the morning. You just already have this great morning high. Like, damn, I didn't even smoke no weed today. And I'm feeling great. You'll start noticing it. And then you can journal it and you can see how long it takes, because once you get in here, it will manifest. Now, it may take some months, maybe years, who knows, but it will manifest. Okay, I can assure you that. Have a great day.